living here.
I think it's, as far as quests go, it's not the worst quest I've played in this game, for sure. Um, as far as new content, though, the lack of companion dialogue during that quest was very noticed, very felt. The fact that nobody responds to the fact that you joined Trackers Alliance, or likes the fact that you joined the Trackers Alliance, or anything like that. Zero companion interaction to something that is genuinely a big deal and would have an effect on things. And they just don't acknowledge it. Bit of a flaw, in my eyes. Noticeable problem, personally. Other than that, I would definitely say locking the rest of this content behind creations is really lame. I don't like that. That has a bad, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It feels bad.
We're asking everyone to take care of any...
Hey, what can I do for you?
Because
Sure,
it basically means that we're just getting a teaser. Okay, cool, I actually do get to keep this ship. I wonder if these things are going to remain dirty. If that's the case, I'm not going to want to mess with this too much just yet. So I'm just going to switch back over to a different ship. God, I love that. But, you know what? Yeah, I wanna fight Stairway. I wanna fight Stairway. It's been a while. It's been a while, and Stairway's too cool for me not to fly Stairway. God damn, I love that ship. But anyway, like I was saying, it's really lame that they made it so that it's basically like, it's a teaser. It's a teaser for content that you're not going to be able to play. That sucks. Why would you show me this if I can't play it? I gotta pay, what was it, $7? They're effectively telling me that what I just played is worth $10. Because the limit for buying Bethesda coins or whatever the fuck is you have to pay $5 to get the 500 points. I think maybe $3 to get the 300 points. And then what was it? It was like 10, then it goes 10 for 1,000, and then like 30 for 55, or like 40 for 55, or something like that. It's like, yeah, I'm not paying that, man. Like, I'm sorry, the quest I just played is not worth $10. If you were to tell me that the entire Trackers Alliance whatchamacallit was worth $10, right? Like, the entire Trackers Alliance, like, faction add-on was like $10, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, maybe, right? Because you're paying for a whole faction being added to the game. However, it doesn't even have seamless companion integration, because of course your companions aren't going to comment on that. And that's where we kind of lead into the problem of new content and its ramifications. So what we saw with this is that the one, I wouldn't even call this a major content add-on, but a significant content add-on where we added in the Trackers Alliance as an actual entity that you can join and do missions for, and all of that crap was added into the game. And yet there is no actual engagement going on with them. Your companions don't react as if they're a thing. Nobody talks about them. I mean, obviously people talk about the Trackers Alliance, but nobody talks to them. Nobody references them, right? They just don't exist. It's almost as though this is the grim reality that we're being faced with for any other mod or creation that gets added into the game, is that your companions are just not going to talk about it, right? Everyone who was in Constellation that was just a fucking chatterbox the entire time, the entire game, is just going to conveniently stop being a chatterbox the second you talk to anyone that was added by a mod, or even in this case, added in like a mid-game update, where it's not I mean, it's an official release, but it's not a paid-for content drop, right? You think anyone's actually going to talk about the creation? Fuck no. Probably not. And that's the other thing that's, like, bad. What they introduced to me is a really neat and novel concept. It's something that we've seen before in the form of Red Dead Online's bounty system, where you've got the bounties, and then you've got the legendary bounties. And what we're seeing here is we have regular bounties that we can do, and then we have the legendary bounties, right? Like Hannibal Lecter, whatever his name was, and I guess the Vulture, and a couple of other things, right? Like, and the Vulture's even directly referenced in this, which tells me that they knew ahead of time that they were going to make the Vulture a paid-for creation. They knew what they were doing. This is scummy. They explicitly made this particular part of the content update free so that it would act as a teaser for people that actually enjoyed it, and then they would basically be told, if you want to play the rest of it, you've got to pay $7, I mean $10, because you can't just buy the thing. And like I said, the worst part is, I fucking knew that they were going to make certain things paid for. Certain mods that people would deem essential. And lo and behold, what did we see? Deluxe boost packs or whatever, right? A mod that significantly alters boost packs in a way that is actually good and better than the base game, and it's paid for. Granted, yes, it's 100 points, but what if you don't have 100 points, right? What if you've already spent your default 100 Bethesda bucks on something in Skyrim, or something in Fallout 4? Now you have no Bethesda bucks. So if you wanted to do something in this game that's actually meaningful and a proper change, you're just going to have to buy $3 or $5 worth of Bethesda bucks. They know what they're doing. They know full well what they are doing. And it's disgusting. I hate it. I truly hate it. Because it's like, Starfield is already off to a rough start. Doing this to your modding scene already, crippling them like this, not a good look, man. Not a good sign already. Like, I guess that might be just my opinion, but I think personally it's looking rough right off the bat. It's not looking good. That's not something that you want to do to your game, is cripple it in such a way before the mods even have a means to get off the ground, right? You're making gameplay affecting mods, things that basically overhaul a part of the game that has been, like, reviled effectively, or has a problem that is, like, minuscule that can be fixed for free, and you want to charge people $1 for it. By $1, I mean they have to buy $3 or $5 in order to actually buy the thing they want to get. That's gross. That's fucking stupid. That's dumb. It is very annoying. I don't like it. I don't like that that's what they've done. It's just... It's a shame, right? We finally got mods for Starfield, and this is how they open the floodgates. I fucking knew they were gonna do some dumb shit like this. They went and did it. To no one's surprise, Bethesda immediately kicked themselves in the balls. They just can't help themselves. Oh, what a disappointment. What a disappointment. Well, I think I've definitely seen enough. Honestly, I think I've probably said enough at this point. I've probably said too much at this point. People already probably know full well that this is stupid right off the bat. I'm sure in time there will be better mods added to the game. But as it stands, man, oof. Rough start. Rough fucking start. I'm hoping that there's I don't know, man. It's gonna take a couple of months before we start getting anything good on the console. Seeing the 99 gigabytes is nice, but also seeing that just as a singular observatory is what, 103 megabytes is crazy. That tells me that we're at such a high poly count that certain things are just going to be astronomically expensive. Like, we're probably dealing with like 2K defaults for everything. We don't even get 1K as an option. It's just 2K defaults for everything. 2K to 4K, as far as we know. Which is why everything's probably so ungodly expensive. Whereas Fallout 4 and Skyrim were still running on, 2K textures at like the most in some cases. This game's probably running on 4 in some areas. So, yeah. That's probably why the size was increased, to account for the sheer number of crap that's going to be involved here. It's just, man, I don't know. It's a bit of a rabbit hole. I guess we will find out. I guess we will just have to find out if this game can manage a comeback. I don't think it will. I don't think Shattered Space will be enough, based on the fact that it really does just seem to be House Varun stuff, and if you aren't interested or enveloped by what that has to offer, then there is nothing for you here. This game might as well be dead in the water. I would say the only thing they can hope for is that the modding scene makes some improvements. Like, the first thing I want to see come out on this is the mod that allows you to just place things on your ship wherever. Because as fun as it's been doing glitch builds for the ships and making cool stuff like this, right, or the Pelican, or the Ebon Hawk, or the whatchamacallit, I also would very much like to have I want my ship to look the way I want. I don't want to have to keep struggling to make all these different parts and interconnected pieces and having to basically settle for the look that I have for certain things. Like, I want to be able to make it look exactly as I want it to. But, we'll get those mods in time. And, I guess there's there's a handful of achievements that I probably need to get beforehand, before I install any mods, so that I don't lose my progress or whatever, or oh, once you install mods with this, blah, 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 blah. It's fine. So I'm probably gonna have to take a look at those. Obviously, I guess I still have one stream left in me for this, where I have to go and do all the temples. Not doing that shit tonight, but eventually I will. And then from there, I guess, we'll just see where the modding comes into play for Starfield, is basically all we're really gonna be able to do. Because as it is, like, ugh, you know? It's just, ugh. So yeah, we'll see where it goes. We will see where it goes, but I think that's all for now, so. I hope you all enjoyed this, this little look into the Starfield update, the Creation Club launch. Yeah. What an era we have entered.